Hey guys, it's Susan from Tamagems. This beautiful hearts of pearl bracelet is classy and sophisticated. It's all wire wrapped and put together with different colored pearls and ends with a heart toggle. I'm going to show you how to make this, so let's get started. I'm using 4 different kinds of pearls in this bracelet. I'm using keshi pearls here and here, so there's 4 of these. I'm using a biwa stick pearl in a white color, a biwa stick pearl in a peacock color, and for the center I'm using a coin pearl. I'm going to need 9 pieces of 26 gauge wire cut 3.5 inches. For tools I'll need my bent chain nose pliers, my round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, flush cutters, and I'll also need a jump ring. Oh, and I'll also need my toggle. Already started wire wrapping the coin pearl. I wire wrap one side and I left one side open, and I'm going to show you how to do this on each of the pearls. I'm going to start here at the end with my keshi pearl, put that through, come down to about the center of my wire. I'm going to bring my wire up on one side and down on the other side. What I did with my round nose pliers is I marked the front and the back, so whichever way I pick up the pliers, I'll be able to get my marking. I'm going to put my wire in, hang on to it where I marked it, and I'm going to roll a loop towards me. Then I'm going to take my wire, pull it to the back, and straighten out. So I have a loop close to my pearl because I don't want a long neck on the pearl. I'm going to do the same side the other way, pinching down with my pliers, rolling it towards me, taking my wire and pulling it to the back. So my loop is sitting on top of my pearl. So we have something that looks like this. Now I'm going to hang on to one side of my pearl with my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to take the wire and wire wrap it around twice. Then I'm going to cut this off. So I have something that looks like this. With a little burr that's sticking out here, I'm going to go ahead and push that down with my pliers. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside and work on another one. Let me show you that again. Okay, let's do it with the biwa stick pearl. I'm going to put the wire through the center. I have my pearl centered on my wire. I'm going to bring one side up and one side down. Coming in with my round nose pliers, I'm going to find the mark on my pliers, bring the wire up, round it out, turn my wrist, bring the wire to the back so my loop is sitting on top of my pearl. Let me show you again on this side. Bring my wire up, round my wrist, bring the wire to the back. Hanging on to my loop with my pliers, I'm going to come around 2 times with my wire and then cut off the excess. Pinching down that little burr that's sticking out. Careful not to crack my pearl. Okay, there's our biwa stick pearl. Now I'm going to continue on and finish the rest of them just like this. Okay, now that I have all of my pearls wire wrapped, I'm going to put it together. Starting with the coin pearl, I'm going to first take the side that's open and I'm going to open the door and I'm going to slip on my keshi pearl and then I'm going to wire wrap this together. So I'm going to pinch it down, pinch the loop down, and I'm going to come around with my fingers and then cut off the excess. And then pinch down that little burr that's sticking out. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to open the door here, slip on our coin pearl, and wire wrap this together. Since this wire is so soft, I can just use my fingers to wire wrap it around. So I'm going to go around 2 times and then cut it off. And then pinching down my burr. Let's do this one. So this one has an open door right here. This is open. So we're going to add our stick pearl to it and wire wrap around. What I'm going to do now is measure what I've already wire wrapped. So I'm going to measure this part. I'm going to add my toggle. So this takes up about 1 inch. This is almost 5.5 inches here. So I want to make 6.5 inches here, or 7 inches. So I have some room to dangle. So if I add one here, that'll give me 6.5 inches. If I add another one, that'll give me 7 inches. So what I need to do now is decide which pearl I want to add to each end. See, I have 4 pieces left. So I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to add one of these to this end. And then one of these to this end, the biwa pearl to this end. So I'm not going to use these 2 or else my bracelet will be too long for me. So I'll put those aside. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pearls for a 6.5 to 7 inch bracelet. Okay, starting with this end, I'm going to add my stick pearl and I'm going to wire wrap it around. Cutting off the excess. And pinching down my burr. Finish off with this last pearl. Wire wrapping 2 times. Cutting off the excess. And pinching down the burr. Okay, so let's take this toggle apart. It's attached by one jump ring. So let me find the opening to the jump ring. open this up. I'm going to take off my toggle and my jump ring. I'm going to use this jump ring to attach it to here. So I've got one jump ring, and then I'm going to attach it to my heart right through like that. Close it up and give it a pinch at the top. With this last one, I can go ahead and completely wire wrap this. So I'm going to go ahead and do my 2 times around and cut off the excess. To finish off the bracelet, I'm going to use 2 jump rings. These are 4 millimeters. I'm going to put it through here. This jump ring I have to close. So let me close this up. Then I'm going to add it to this one. Let me put this back on. And close this up. Opening up my last jump ring, I'm going to add my toggle bar and close this up. And there we have our beautiful pearl heart bracelet. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for joining me. See you again next time.